What's up, YouTube? I'm throwing up another video, another totally Chiari related video. So if you feel like watching, be my guest. If you do not feel like watching, I understand. I'm more talking to another YouTuber who's reached out toward me for some information for himself for what he's gone through with the exact disease that I do myself have. Since I have had this since 2006, I have a decent grasp on what I'm talking about. I've learned a lot. And so will you, Brian. You'll be amazed. So, first thing off, you might be like, oh my god, he's wearing a yellow shirt, same shirt he had on the last video. That's because most of my videos are made around 2 or 3 in the morning. So this had just come out of the wash. I threw it on, wore it for the video, took it back off, put it on this morning, and then went to the kids' football practice. So, first thing first, your hands. The shakiness is a direct result of the Chiari, and that may be coming out in your part 2 video. It's tremors, and you know, I do it. You can see my hands shaking, and again, if I'm tired, more tired, stressed out, the worse it is. If I'm trying to put a nut and bolt together and it ain't working, and pretty soon I'm like this, to where my 7-year-old is taking stuff out of my hands to screw it together. Emma, get over here. That's my dog. She's in my daughter's room bothering her. And it's about 10 o'clock, so I don't need her woke up. But get in here. Anyway, also, one thing that they're starting to find, and Dr. Oro's clinic just did this for a whim to see. I told him I was tired all the time, just like you, just beat down. So they sent me in for a testosterone test, and I came back. I don't know what the levels are, but I know I can say, you know, from 1 to 100, and you know, 75's normal. I was at like 1 or 2, literally. So another friend of mine that's got Chiari, that's in Aurora, he went in and got the same test after he found out. I told him about it. Sure enough, his testosterone's low. So I posted it on a Chiari forum, and some guys kind of laughed about it. Well, they went and got tested, and I would say 90% of them were all low on testosterone. I take a injection. Most people that take a TRT, testosterone replacement therapy injection, take it once a month. Mine's so low and stays so low that I take it every 2 weeks. I take 1 mil every 2 weeks. And being low in testosterone for an extended period of time can cause other problems in the chest area and putting on weight. A male's body uses both estrogen and testosterone. Estrogen's very low, testosterone's higher. Of course, that's what makes you the male. When your testosterone is this and the estrogen's this, your body starts taking the shape. Your voice goes higher, you get the bigger chest, harder to lose weight, so on and so forth. A woman that starts taking lots of testosterone, like these women bodybuilders and stuff, they will have a more squared jaw. They will have more of a squared muscle and stuff like a man. They'll look more cut like a man. Well, that's because their testosterone levels, their TRT levels, are higher than their estrogen. That's why most of your, a lot of your bodybuilders are real small-breasted. It's, you know, they're taking more testosterone. They deny it or not, they're lying to you. So, think about that. Ask about that test. And another thing that you brought up that's interesting is I was also a 1 month early preemie. A couple other people I know with Chiari were also preemies, and that's very interesting. And don't ever, ever say my pain's worse than yours. And referring to the comment that you said in your video, you just said, I'm sure that yours is worse than mine. I don't walk in your shoes and you don't walk in mine, and I'm not being rude here, so don't get that wrong. So you can't judge that. Your pain may be absolutely horrendous, and mine may be mild. Because we can't walk in each other's shoes, we don't know that. And I try to never say to somebody, I know how you feel. Because I don't know how you feel, I know I can relate with how you feel. And Chiari is that way. And, you know, it's such a painful, nasty disease. It comes in so many forms, and so you know, it just hides your vision. You may see light tracers or black speck come across your eye once in a while, you know, or the light tracers like lightning bolts and stuff. That's a pressure. That's caused from the pressure on the optic nerve coming into the back of your head with all the pressure. Like I said, the surgery sounds bad, but keep in mind the surgery is not a cure. It's not a cure. The surgery is, what's the right word? The surgery slows down the progression of the disease. Sometimes it can stop the progression of the disease of getting any worse, but it is not a cure. The problems that you have may get a little better, Emma, and some of them may not, like I said in my other video. So don't let your doctor, your neurologist, fool you into that. And as you become more serious in talking with Dr. Oro on that, and you may have already went through the serious talks with Dr. Oro, he'll tell you that more or less. It's not a cure. They're not out to cure you. There is no cure for Arnold Chiari. I don't know if you know, but the ribbon, you know, like for cancer and stuff, there's a ribbon for Chiari. It's purple. Syringomyelia, or the syrinx, is teal. If you have this surgery, a nickname is Zipperhead. So, you know, I told you I was really scared and that with my surgery, and every surgery I go through I hyperventilate. But a lot of what you're saying, and I'm watching your video going, oh, that's Chiari, that's Chiari, that's Chiari. I want you to remember one thing, and I know we're going to talk back and forth and stuff, and that's great because I want to. Remember this: the doctor works for you. You do not work for the doctor. He works for you. You pay him, he does a service. Any of them. Any of them. And I've had people go, oh no, you can't look at it that way, but it's absolutely true. The doctor does not care about your wife or your kids or your dog or your car or your insurance or nothing. And to test me on that, try not paying them and see how fast they stop seeing you. It's and that's what's sad about it. And when you have something wrong, like you or I do, and multiple diseases, I've also got what they call a factor 2. There's a big name for it, but it's a blood disease I just found out about. And I'm 3 to 5 times more likely to throw a blood clot than somebody without the disease. I'm missing a chromosome. So with all the diseases, you are the boss. You're your doctor's boss, and you're putting your hands in their life. And I would put my hands in Dr. Oro's life, and I would put my life in Dr. Oro's hands any day of the week. But your other doctors, your family doctors, and this and that, you are in charge. You tell them, you know, and make it work. It's great. It sounds like your wife's supportive, because you will need a very good support system through this. And this is going to be ongoing. You will need a support system. Another thing, get every medical record you can from anywhere you've been from the beginning till now. For anything, everywhere, every doctor you call, tell them you want a copy of your medical records. You want to, if you have to go sign their form, tell them to fax it to you. You'll sign it, you'll fax it back, and tell them to send you the information in the mail. Also, when you're getting your MRIs, you can get a copy of the disc there at the place. Tell them you want a copy of that. You keep a file cabinet. I got a file cabinet here. I'll show you. I got my file cabinet here, and one of these, let me find out which one. One of these is nothing but medical records. They start back here, go through all this. That one's not, that's a Jackson Hewitt. But more stuff there. More stuff there. All my scripts, everything, all that stuff is kept. So I have everything on record. So if I have to fight or argue with anybody, it's gonna get dark because I'm walking into the living room here. Just don't let nobody push you around.
That's actually when we switched them on.
I'll turn this TV down too. Because it's crap. And the doctors that don't know about Chiari, don't think it's very serious. And like you said, your first doctor there kind of blew you off. Well, what happened is he blew you off, and then he read about it, and you came back for your second appointment, and he was like, oh, holy shit, this is a lot more serious than I thought. So remember that. These guys work for you, and Dr. Oro will take care of you. I would like to talk to you more, probably more one-on-one instead of through video. I admire you putting up a video. It takes a lot to get behind that camera. And when you can do that, you're helping others right now. You're going to help somebody that types in Chiari, and it's going to pull up your video, and they can watch it and they can go, oh, holy shit, this guy's got what I got. And then start sending out messages. Just like you and I've met. You'll be amazed how this is. I am very, 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 very sorry for talking to you as a different gender. And I wasn't sure. I had looked through your other videos. But I'm really sorry about that. When you said the office stuff, I just assumed. And that's stupid for me to assume like that, and I am forever sorry about that. It's not okay. I'm sorry. I belong to a big group here on YouTube. There's a couple hundred of us, and there's a lot of us in the group that have different diseases and problems and this and that. They're all into, well, most of the guys are into auto body and restoring cars and stuff, and that's what I hope to do one day. Is stuff like that, so I can watch these guys' videos, and I can put up videos and they watch and this and back and forth. Matter of fact, one of my videos that I put up for you to watch, one of the other guys has watched, and he put up a comment about it, about how he thought it was great that I would put up a video to help another about my disease, but I'm an open book. I just want you to be careful with where you go and what you do, and the groups that you get involved in and stuff like that, because it's so true that the people that you meet in the groups are generally in there to vent and bitch. The problem with you losing your thought, that's what I'm talking about when I stumble and blip blip blip. So yeah, I know how that feels. It's an awful feeling, and yeah, it's easy to make fun of and stuff like that. And that's why I put that video on my YouTube, because I didn't want the guys that were watching my videos to think, wow, this guy's, he's either really stupid or something. So I felt that I needed to explain it. And I know how you feel. I know how to start talking and then just go blank, like you weren't even having a conversation. And my wife hates it. But you need to make sure that you've got yourself, and look, see, I'm looking right there at your page. You need to make sure that you've got yourself a good foundation, because this road can be difficult. And if you do end up with a syrinx, it can even get worse. Chiari alone's a nasty disease. Chiari alone can disable you. Chiari alone can put you on Social Security and take you from the job that you may love. As it takes your hands, as it makes you shake worse and stuff like that. And I know you said you try to get away from all the drugs. One drug that might help you that's not a narcotic is Topamax. If you want to stay, but you need to have insurance for it, because it's like, it's right close to $700 or $800 a month. At least right when I was on it, it is. A downfall to that drug is your hands and feet can get that tingly feeling like they're asleep, but it's to help with the headaches, and it actually at a high enough dose helped me. And also you said that you have pain in your hands and other places and stuff. You could have fibromyalgia, which is not uncharacteristic to be along with Chiari. Those two diseases kind of go hand in hand. Chiari, fibromyalgia, syringomyelia, tethered cord. You said that you were stunted at growth and they were giving you injections. Well, did they check to see if you were tethered? Because from what I understand, that can stunt your growth. So there's all kinds of stuff. I just want you to know to make sure that doctor works for you, and that you have the support system at home, that your wife is ready to drop the axe and choke a doctor if you need her to. It just helps so much. It helps so much to have a team member in this. I know you're going to get your other video up. After you get some videos going on YouTube, after like 10 or so, you can start getting up into the 20-30 minute videos. It says you can't, but you can. And you know, the longer they are, the longer they upload. This one here is, I'll bet I'm already at 20-some minutes. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to get it up. It's just because what I watched, I was like, ooh, so I wanted to throw something up. So I'm going to throw it up. And then I'll see part 2 when you put it up, because I'm looking at your playlist, and this has only been up for 31 minutes. It shows 2 views on it. I will also come back. I was in a hurry to grab my camera and thumbs up your video. I always rate everybody's video because you've taken time out of your day away from your family to make a video. So remember, I was born in Denver, Colorado. So we may be a long ways away, but it's only about an 8-hour drive. So if you were going into surgery or something and you're really worried about it, I could either get a hold of Slade, who's right there, and he could come, talk with you. Slade took the herbal approach to medication because it's in Denver, and that's what works for him. Well, here, let me flip this here. I don't mean to have you so close there, but let me flip my lens here. You can see all my drugs here. And I take a lot of them, and it costs a lot of money. Oh yeah, you can see Oxycontin, and now blood pills, but that Oxycontin is 80 milligram twice a day. So, I know how it is to take the pills, and it sucks, but and I'm sure you can't take some of this stuff and work at work, but I'm going to do everything I can to help you and support you. And it's great. I'm glad you put up a video. I'm glad you were willing to step up and do this. And I can help put you into more contact with people. You let me know if you want me to start introducing you to some other people that are really good people that are Chiari friends. And I've got them on Facebook, and I've met through going through a lot of groups and stuff. And I got into the support group shit, and it turned into a big mess, a big nasty mess, because the last thing I want to listen to in a support group from 500 people is the same old song and dance. It's like, I've got these problems. I'm looking for somebody that can help lead me or support me, not drag me down. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody right now to help you, give you information, feed you, and get you going, and make some friends doing it. And you'll never drag me down. So it'd take a lot to drag me down. And like I said, I've got my good days and bad days, but I'm honest, so don't worry. I'm not saying that, anything. I don't want it to sound like I'm saying, if you say stuff, it's dragging me down. That's not what I'm saying. I can introduce you to some groups that you can go to, and I give it 2 days and you'll be out of them. It can get real crazy. And there's very, very, very few men that talk about Chiari or diseases in general. You don't see a lot of men on the internet talking about what's wrong with them, because men tend to be, I'm too manly. I'm 6'5", nearly 400 pounds. I feel that I'm a pretty good sized man, and I'm an emotional person. Matter of fact, the one video I did that I wanted to upload, I was teared up at the end of it because I knew what you're going through, and it's a goddamn frustrating thing. So my heart goes out to you, my prayers are with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing your next video. Have a good day. Tell your wife and kids hi, you do have a cute daughter, and anything's possible. Don't let a doctor tell you it's not possible. You've got walk-in proof anything's possible.